Welcome to Durham College Student Academic Learning Service. Understanding Anatomy and Physiology Terminology. By the end of the video, learners will be able to recognize that terms contain two or more parts, differentiate between root words, prefixes, and suffixes, recognize that root words, prefixes, and suffixes remain the same when combined to produce different terms, understand that prefixes and suffixes are never used alone, and finally, to make connections between seemingly different content based on the word components. Root words are the words that indicate which part of the body we are referring to. Some examples include myo, muscle, or cardi for heart. Prefixes are added before the root word to make it more specific. Some examples include supra, above, and sub, below. Suffixes are added to the root word in order to make it more specific. Some endings include ius, which means related to, or an r, which means relative to. The order of these three components is always the root words form the middle, a prefix at the beginning of the root word, and a suffix following it. Let's look at some examples. If we look at the root word cardi, which means heart, we can add a prefix myo to it, which means muscle, and the suffix which is basically a noun or helps form the noun. In the end, those three portions come together to form myocardium, which means heart muscle. Another example is cutane, which means skin. We can add the prefix sub, which means below, and then the suffix ius, which is the noun forming portion. In the end, we form this word subcutaneous, which means below the skin. Another example is scapula, which means shoulder blade. We can attach supra in front of this root word, which means above, and the suffix r, which helps again to form the noun. In the end, we have the word suprascapular, which means above the shoulder. Prefixes and suffixes are never used alone. You'll never see sub, supra, ius, or r found alone as a word. Furthermore, the definitions always remain constant for these terms. For example, the prefix sub always means below. Subcostal means below ribs. Subclavian means below the clavicle or collarbone. Sublingual means below the tongue. This way you can easily try to figure out what a word means when seeing it for the first time. To use an example you may be familiar with, we can look at submarine. Sub means below, and marine means water. And so a submarine is a boat that goes below the water. Now that you've watched this video, learners will be able to recognize that terms contain two or more parts, differentiate between root words, prefixes, and suffixes, recognize that root words, prefixes, and suffixes remain the same when combined to produce different terms, understand that prefixes and suffixes are never used alone, and finally, make connections between seemingly different content based on the word components. Are you still confused? Do you have more questions? Please feel free to contact us to make an appointment with a SALS science specialist. You can reach us by phone at 905-721-2000, extension 2491, or by email at sals@durhamcollege.ca. Please help us gather feedback to improve the service we provide in student academic learning services. If you are viewing this presentation online, please email us any suggestions you have to improve the experience. You can email us at sals@durhamcollege.ca.